Afternoon everyone, so today we're at a Mercedes C320 and it's a CDI model. So here's the codes, 133 Echo 00 HFM drift compensation of component B27 right hot full mass airflow sensor is faulty. Component R95 cylinder 5 glow plug is open circuit and we're receiving a faulty wheel speed signal from the ABS. That's complaining about the ABS. The transmission's complaining about the ABS, and the electronic stability program is complaining about itself. So it says the signal of the component L64 right angle RPM sensor is implausible. Oh, implausible. So that looks like it's the actual tone ring, the phonic wheel or whatever, and the other one's the same. So I actually cleared this code and it did not come back right away, so we don't think it's a sensor, we actually think it's the ABS ring. Implausible values of RPM sensors. And the rest I think we can ignore at this point. So I'll show you what we're going to go. We reckon this is the right hand sensor here, sitting for the driver's side. And we think this is number 5 glow plug in here, but we're just going to use a test light just to confirm that. So I think it goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I think that's the way it goes. So we'll start with this first. So number 5 glow plug literally fell out. Unbelievable, these are usually a nightmare. So you can see the tip of that's not very great. So it's not, well, it's not been burning, we reckon, and that looks like it's been in a while.
Aye, you're rusting it.
Aye, is that like, I reckon, deposits or something?
It's like coming off the alloy sheet.
Is that what it is?
Aye.
Was that how they grips them?
Aye.
Maybe it's been done.
Alloy.
So the other thing we noticed here, there's the, where did that thing go? The rubber ring, it goes round there, that's leaking. And it's a bit destroyed, so I think that's a main dealer only part. The rear ABS sensors are mounted on the drive shaft, so we need to look at them as well. Oh, there it's there. Oh, you can look at the ring. That's chewed, so I think that'll be a mere bit only, yeah. And our supplier only sells this or as a winner, but we reckon we can get these separate. So maybe we could try and prize the bad one out, eh?
This one here.
Aye, that's the bad one, eh? So we'll try it. Sorry, I meant to say we were right enough. Number 5 glow plug is right there, just at the turbo pipe, and then that's number 4, 5, and then number 6 is at the back here. So it's the one in the middle, that's number 5. So number 5 glow plug replaced, and you can see now component R95 has moved to stored. So that's sorted. So we're now going to tackle the air mass meters. Managed to extract this guy from here. I think it went like that. That did. So what we can do is put him into there and see if the fault code goes to the left hand side and the other one across there. So we'll go and do that. So there we've done it. We've put this upside down, so we've plugged the left one into the right hand side and the right hand side we've plugged into the left hand side. So let's see which codes come up. So we'll clear the codes. System selection. Read fault codes. So we'll clear the codes. Ignition off. Okay. Ignition on. So we go okay. So let's read the fault code. So it's now saying the right hand hot film is faulty. Well, there we go. HFM drift compensation of component right hand hot film sensor is faulty. So it's still complaining even after we've switched them about the right hand one. What have you got, a wiring issue? So Roddy, go and disconnect that left hand one, my man. Disconnected that one on the left hand side. Let's go back. Read fault codes. So, signal voltage at component left hand is too low, so that one's good. So there's something wrong. So there's not actually nothing wrong with this. There's something wrong wiring, or what would we call it? Air leak. Right.
Yeah, that's away.
Ah, that seal's away.
That seals away.
So maybe it's something to do with the seal. Now we'll put this back together. So that's them both disconnected now, and we're getting different fault codes. So it's complaining about no longer, it's about lower and upper limits. So we'll need to put this back together again and see if we can maybe adapt this with a scan tool. Maybe that's what we need to do. What we're going to do is buy the seal kit for in there and this hose as well. Seen on Amazon. There it's there, 15 quid. We'll get that. But what we believe is this drift compensation must be a bit like fuel trims. If it's like plus 15 or that must be doing the same with the air. So what we'll do, we'll come out and clear the codes. Clear fault codes. Yes. Ignition off. It's okay. Read fault codes. So it comes right back. So let's go into, say, special function. Ejector, quick teaching, activate. Well, here we go. Reset values of HFM drift compensation. Why did we not look at that first time, Roddy? Combustion engine at standstill, ignition on. So at standstill, engine speed. So engine speed 0. So is that doing it? Press to continue to teach and process. OK, continue. Right. The values must be reset after replacing the components left and right hand. Well, we'll not replace them. Or air filters. Oh, let's go. Let's just go F3. The values of the drift must be reset after replacing the following components. Air filter. Alright, we've done that. The teach-in process was completed successfully. Okay. Probably have to do this when we get the new seals, but never mind. This should hopefully get rid of the codes. So it seems to have done it. So read fault codes. This should be away. Stored. So that's good. We'll wait for current to stored. So let's come out of that. We'll go clear fault codes. Yes. Ignition off. Okay, dokie. Okay, read fault codes. Voila, that got rid of that code. May come back again because it requires a seal. So that's that done. Let's start the engine, see how it sounds. That's loose. That is loose, Rudy. No fault codes at the moment, that's good. Right, next job. We're at the rear left ABS sensor. And you can see we've disconnected it from this block terminal on the inner wing. And when we've done that, we get a code coming back. Component L63 left rear axle RPM sensor has an electrical fault. Well, we'd agree with that because it's now open circuited. But what we're thinking is these sensors are fine and it's the magnetic ring within this hub. It's a problem. There it's in there, and it's very difficult to see into that hole to see what it's like, but there looks to be a bit dirt or corrosion lying on the ring, so we're thinking it's something like that. So ring's off tomorrow. So we went down to Mercedes this morning and we got the new seal. It was called the intake turbo seal, I think it was called. Common fault, the guy says. Oil just eats through it. So that's the one for the breather. And we also got the ABS rings. So they're magnetic rings. So there we go, we'll get them chapped on. You see that we can use an old ABS ring off a, that's off a Mondeo, so Roddy's put it up against that. You can see that we're getting a reaction on the scan tool. So there's nothing wrong with the sensor. Finally extracted the hub, and I must say that's quite painful, that job. You had to take all these suspension arms out. They're 18mm on one side, and that's a triple square spline. It's on the other side. What size was it? 12mm triple square spline. You don't have to remove this bottom bit, but every other control arm. So 1, 2, 3, and the one down the bottom already. 4.
4. That one. 3, 4, aye.
And there's the magnetic ring bit. It falls away. It was lying still inside this bit. And where was the other bit you cut already?
That's it, yeah. Just put it up, just put in the bin.
Well, that's the new one. Eh? Oh, here it
Oh,
is.
yes.
And this bit was still on the drive shaft, so we had to cut that. Clean it up, pop the new one back on, we should be good to go. But it's a bit time consuming job, this. So we just use an old wheel bearing just to drift that on. After they give it a good clean. There we go. What's that off here already?
1992 Mondeo.
I'll be older than that, son. 67 I think.